So the idea of the whole Nacho experiment was that I kind of said that I would sell a bunch of my guitars, I think 7, maybe 8, and if a Nacho came up for sale, I would buy it with it in mind that I'd rather have sort of one guitar that is very special to me than, 6, 7 ones that are kind of there but I don't play them a ton. That was the idea of the Nacho experiment. That's what this video is about.
This channel is supported by Truefire. Truefire is an online library of
You can get the Truefire All Access Pass for as cheap as they ever do it, the $99 thing. So just jump and do that if you're looking for the best price that you can get Truefire All Access for.
Right, okay, I think the experiment is complete at this point. So, I bought a Natrocaster, and this was around the 24th of April or something like that. You've probably seen most of the story, but I essentially played my buddy Jake's one enough to the point where I decided actually this is a guitar that I'd really want. I ended up buying my own, which came up for sale at Coda Music. Coda Music actually sell K-line guitars if you're... Do I have the mic on?
If you're ever looking for one of those, I think they're the main UK dealer. Doug will sort you out there. But yes, then this came up Coda, and I kind of emailed him asking the best price, and it's still a very expensive guitar, but it was a decent price that he did this for me. And yeah, so basically about a month in, I did a video, this is all fairly well documented, I started noticing the precursor to sort of pain in my left hand. So I needed to test for myself whether it was this V-neck that was maybe, because I basically jumped all in with the Nacho, where it was like my main guitar that I played, like if I was picking up a guitar, even over the blue K-line, this would be the one that I played. So after about a month, I got some conclusions, and yeah, I wanted to just fill you in on those, as Craig David might say. So, the conclusions. I've got Venus down on the floor here, which I'm using as a boost. The conclusion really is that absence has made the heart grow fonder. But I'm going to have to handle it with a bit of care because but it's just such a wonderful guitar. Essentially what I need to be wary of is that definitely a V-neck for me. I've been in the room with David Beebe and Tom Quayle. They both played this guitar as well. I think they both really like the guitar. And you know, Beebe's kind of said, you know, that's the most convincing sort of old looking thing I've ever seen, except for his nan. But we all concluded that actually a V-neck, because we're, you know, people won't believe this, but because we're very much legato bass players, this thumb positioning really does make quite a big difference when you're doing sort of big stretches. You know, it's kind of crucial, the thumb is doing quite a lot of stability based work, and if you've got a bit of wobble going on, you know, there's big adjustments that are going to be happening, well, big micro adjustments that are going to be happening. And even things like vibrato can be affected by it. So it's just something to be aware of. And my buddy Blue kind of suggested, you know, in sport, one of the normal things to do, or sort of like one of the normal things to do, is even to introduce a grip like slowly. Which is maybe where I went wrong. Such was my enthusiasm for this guitar. And when I get it out of the case and just look at it, this is, like, I think now my favourite Telecaster body in the world. Like, it's got this little, you know, fake little scratch here. Well, it is a scratch, but you know what I mean. There's just something about this body looks, to me, just, well, it looks like my Telecaster body now. Do you know what I mean? Where you start to appreciate a guitar for what it is, not necessarily what it's not. Do I regret buying it at all? Absolutely not. Would I do it again? Absolutely yes. Do I regret selling any of the guitars that I sold to buy this? No. The Nacho experiment to me has been, I think, totally worthwhile. It's taught me some things that I didn't know about, you know, V-necks, left hands, all that sort of stuff. And sometimes it's not about the guitar that you bought, but about the friends you made along the way. But anyway, yeah, this is not going anywhere. So I don't know if anyone had any bets on this, but yeah, I'm going to continue playing this guitar, but just being mindful of, you know, what I'm doing with it. It's maybe not going to be the sort of guitar that I would practice legato on, but certainly for like the odd performance, yes, or, you know, where I want to just enjoy playing a Telecaster shaped object for a bit. This is absolutely, you know, up there with Jake's tele, which was 100% the best tele that I've ever played. This is a close second. It's slightly different, but there are things, you know, like I personally prefer the way this body looks at this point. At one point I would have said, no, there's nothing I prefer about this guitar, but now that I've had some time to bond with it, 2 months in, I'm really pleased with it. It's not going anywhere. So yeah, that's the Telecaster Nacho saga sort of concluded for now. I think I'm just going to try and reintroduce it slowly. I've gone now 2 months, 1 month playing it like all the time, developing some sort of left hand sensitivities. Now I've gone like pretty much a whole month without playing it, although I did backslide a couple of times. It's just a case of now reintroducing it into my playing sort of gradually and not going in at the deep end. So that's the Nacho thing. Let me know in the comments if you've tried a Nacho, what you thought of it, and yeah, whether you believe in the Nacho stuff or not. I think there's a bunch of players out there that really like them, but you know, if you don't have this sort of money to spend on one, then a Danocaster, a K-Line, they are, you know, great guitars too. So the thing that's different about a Nacho for me is that the Relic really is sort of over and above, like looks pretty ridiculous in person. So yeah, really cool if you're into that sort of thing. I'll catch you in another video soon. The main thing was for me was that I wanted something that was like inspiring to play, that I wanted to pick up all the time, and that's actually totally what's happened here.